were saying this about there being chaos in our last race, but a reminder now of our starting order for our second go here at Daytona.
Yeah, so here is how the grid is going to line up for part two then of the first race of the weekend then for the Manufacturers' Cup. Mazda and Cardinal on pole position. Subaru and Danny Solis head the second position of the grid. Then the second row is headed by Sato in P3. Toyota with Kai de Bruin in fourth place. Then Lexus and Harold Valson line up on P5. They have got Lamborghini Suzuki Glosso. He was right at the back of the field, if you remember, the first running of this one. So opportunity knocks for them. Ferrari down in seventh place. Honda are in eighth position with Trent Jeffrey alongside their BMW Rand Haywood in ninth position. The top 10 completed by Mercedes-AMG and Sasaki. Then you have got McLaren with Yamamoto. Let's see what progress they can make. Nissan down there though in 12th, Filo with a lot of work to do, considering that they were originally starting in fourth place. It has not gone well so far for Nissan. They were involved in that big crash that we saw, which brought out the red flag ultimately. So now down to 6 laps of action then, and let's see how this one is going to work out. Originally it was a 10-lap race distance, now down to 6, so slightly reduced race distance. I'm sure opportunity knocks for some of the teams and some of the drivers, but it is going to be very interesting to see how this one is going to work out. And also for Subaru there, they can thank their lucky stars really, because it did not work out at all.
No, I mean, like I say, getting sort of shunted to the back of the pack there is not ideal. But another go here now as we roll around, rolling start as we come to the start-finish line. 6 laps at the Daytona Oval Circuit. High speeds, high risks here in the first race of the grand final of the Manufacturers' Cup. Will Team Mazda lead from the get-go? Will Team Subaru manage to not spin around this time? Let's find out.
Absolutely, there we go then. The restart is about to get underway for the first race of the Manufacturers' Cup for the 2025 GT World Finals. Mazda across the line first, with Subaru and Porsche slotting in behind in second and third place then respectively. We come through and in towards the first turn. Now we saw a lot of drivers going for the low line through the first time. They're already starting to bump draft through the first corner, and that's the problem when you get bump drafting in a situation like that through a corner. You can turn these cars around with almost your little finger because they're just on the ragged edge of adhesion. Now down the back straight. Now we'll see how effective this slipstream has proven to be. You can see Subaru and Mazda working together here, bumping one another as we come down this back straight. Is it ready to pull out of the slipstream? Go for a higher line in towards this left-hander. No opportunity moving there for Toyota. They go towards the sort of middle line of it, but you can see them moving around constantly at this point of the corner.
Yeah, it's hard to look, and this is where the drivers can very easily tense up and just make those little mistakes. But it's very, very important to try and stay in your line and keep things consistent. The moment you sort of duck out, you have to hope someone goes with you, otherwise you're left there. And there goes Team Ferrari using the side draft. Do they have help there on the outside? We can't see it at the moment. They do have hope. Team BMW there going to the high side, trying to push and maybe form that second lane. They've got no other choice, BMW. There's no other way they're going to get through otherwise.
So points to the top 6, just to remind you, in this race. And in terms of the points as well, you get 6 points for the victory, all the way down to 1 point for 6th position. Now Ferrari, they go for that higher line on the outside. They've got Lamborghini on the low side there here as we come down this back straight over the timing line. And let's see how it's going to work out then. So we begin lap 3. Mazda it is that leads. Subaru are in second place. Then you've got Porsche in third position, followed by Toyota, followed by Lexus. Over in towards the first turn we go. You can see bumping and barging in the sort of mid to latter pack as they sneak their way through. We're not seeing anyone going 2 by 2 through these first couple of corners. Down this back straight we go though. Are we going to see positions beginning to change hands? There's not a lot of time now, of course. Original race distance 10 laps, now down to 6 laps. We're already at the halfway stage as we're on lap 3 here. At the moment it's still Mazda, Subaru and Porsche who lead from the front.
Yeah, I mean, you have to start doing something different now and think about it again. All I've seen really is the Team Ferrari, and then Lamborghini, they've touched Ferrari. They just went under the bottom line there. Car spins around, Ferrari out as well, no fault of their own. And then there were 10. So Ferrari, who were trying to invent something around the outside, in the end just got collected in something that was not their fault. But now Trent Jeffrey has another big one. Boys, sort it out, come on.
Not good at all there for Trent Jeffrey. He's going to be bitterly disappointed for that, as will the entire Honda team. We're 2 by 2 in the background. Now we're starting to see the action taking place. But is it enough for Mazda and Subaru? Have they broken away into a lead? Not really, because it closes up at the end of the back straight. So we come through in towards the final turn on this Daytona Oval. Now we're going to start to see Subaru beginning to second. It's still Mazda that leads, Subaru in second, Porsche in third, points down to sixth once again. Just to remind you, at the moment it's Nissan who'll be the final point scorers.
Is anyone going to take a risk here? I mean, we've seen what's happened to Ferrari, Lamborghini and Honda. You take a risk, you get shunted. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do. They're all one a turn right now. Mazda in the fortuitous position of leading that pack, but you have to think you're all just waiting. It doesn't matter where you are here, it matters where you are crossing the line and in the next lap. Right now, Mazda will be the victors, but I've got a feeling it's going to get a little bit more spicy before we get into this race.
Yeah, you get the sense that this is going to start to bubble up. What a disappointment, though, for Lamborghini and for Ferrari, especially for Ferrari with that brand new 296 car that they are competing with here this weekend. Let's hope that their second and third races, respectively, go quite well. We begin at the final lap of action, though, at the Daytona Tri-Oval. So, Mazda from Subaru, from Porsche, as we come down in towards the first turn for the final time. Don't think anybody's going to think about a higher line through there, but they're certainly bumping one another going through and all sticking to quite a low line. But look at Porsche, they're coming to pressure from Toyota, and I wonder if the door is starting to open for Toyota there, and whether they're going to try and pick their pocket for that final podium place to pick up more points. Down the back straight we go for one final time.
Someone's got to try something here. BMW been giving a penalty for colliding. It's bump drafting, is it not? I mean, we'll see if we get a replay of that later on, but it doesn't matter now. Final lap.
Unless it was the incident with Honda that we saw a couple of laps ago, maybe. Through the final corner we go, though. So Mazda it is that lead from Subaru, from Porsche. We run to the line in race one of the Manufacturers' Cup World Finals here, and it's going to be first blood to Mazda. Porsche in third place, just behind Team Subaru. Toyota are in fourth, Lexus are fifth, and the final points position is occupied by Nissan ahead of McLaren and BMW, who managed to nick the final points place despite that 1 second penalty on the final lap of racing then here. And a great end to that one. Good job, though, from the eventual winners of Mazda and from Samuel Cardinal, the driver of that car, because he did an exceptionally